Hey guys, Tarkapor here again, back at it with another quest. This time we're going to be doing the Death of Chivalry. It's a quest that replaced the Black Knight's Fortress quest that was the beginning of the White Knights storyline. And they also made it a part of the 6th Age after the events of the World Wakes. It's actually the one right after it. So, and it's part of the Slissy's endgame storyline, or Slisky's game storyline. And you get all this cool stuff, I guess. But yeah, like if you guys remember, and this quest still exists in old school, you have to infiltrate. The old version of the quest was you had to infiltrate the Black Knight's fortress, which is on like the west of the Edgeville Monastery. You have to infiltrate and like drop a cabbage, not from Drainer Village, into like a vent and then like foil their plans or whatever. But we have this one. I do wish I could have done it in order. It's like, yeah. But anyway, the wiki recommends watching the cutscenes from the Saradominist creature, so let's do that. Glory to Saradomin, the rightful victor of the Battle of Lumbridge. What happened here? You don't know? The Battle of Lumbridge was an epic battle fought between the noble god Saradomin and the wicked pretender god Zamorak. Zamorak came through a portal in Lumbridge and immediately began destroying everything around him. But then, the mighty Saradomin appeared and intervened, protecting us all. They locked blows, and both bore their full might down upon each other. The force of their fury rent the ground beneath their feet asunder and created the crater we see today. Locked in a stalemate, each summoned their mighty armies and waged war across Lumbridge. They were locked in vicious battle for 10 weeks before Saradomin finally emerged victorious, leaving Zamorak broken and defeated. What is that armor you're wearing? This armor? Why, it is the armor of the dedicated warriors of Saradomin. Brave followers of Saradomin were given this armor when they had earned enough recognition with his army. During the battle, you could have claimed this from the quartermaster if you fought for Saradomin. Other than that, it is only borne by devout Saradominist warriors in the God Wars dungeon. Saradominist NPCs in the God War dungeon can drop pieces of the Saradominist war priest armor set when defeated. I have to go all the way there. Yeah. The vile Zamorakian forces have similar, though far more sinister, armor that can be taken from Zamorakian warriors in the God Wars dungeon. Okay, so cutscene. That's supposed to be me. Where's Zammy? This was from 2013. They had like a world event. I didn't take part in it, obviously, because I wasn't playing back then.
Zamorak, I cannot allow you to continue.
Are there no subtitles?
What? This power is mine!
There used to be so much neat stuff behind the castle. Wow, divination. This must have been so cool to play through, man. Wowie. And then they fought for 10 weeks. And, yeah, there's... Here, okay. Now, let's see the finale. Really should be made into, like, a quest or something. Why did I kill a white knight? He got zapped and sent to hell. I don't know who that is, a mascot. Okay, well, there's that. Anyway, let's get started on the actual quest. Yeah, that thing is bugged, like, keep turning off my cosmetic overrides and it's not working. Why I was confused. I really want to do the necromancy quests. Unlock more stuff with that. Okay, so we talked to Sir Owen. Congratulations on your promotion, Old Bean. Thank you, sir. It will be an honor to work with you. Nonsense, young man. The honor is all mine. You come highly recommended by Sir Amic, you know. One of the bright lights of the White Knights. Won't be long before you're famous. I'm not after fame, sir. I only want to serve Saradomin. Becoming too well known might get in the way. I do believe you're completely sincere. Well, I'm sure you'll be famous in the Order, even if you're unknown outside it. What? I'm sure you have work to do. Places to not be seen and so forth. Little Pip. Excuse me? Oh. That's the wrong Sir Owen to talk to. Okay. I might have just spoiled myself for something or other. Okay. Here's Sir Owen. The Death of Chivalry is a fully voice-acted and features atmospheric music and effects. We suggest that you turn your sound on in order to get the most out of it.
The owl hoots at midnight.
The raven caws at the dawn rising.
Then you are indeed the contact Sir Amic sent me to meet. Well met, fellow Temple Knight. Commence the briefing with haste. What is my quest?
Bring me 200 unicorn horns.
With respect, that mission seems a poor use of Temple Knight resources.
Actually, that was a lucky guess.
You led me on a merry chase. You may not be my contact, but you do look rather familiar. Have we met before?
I saw you with Sir Tiffy in Valador Park.
Ah, yes. Since then, I've completed several operations for the Temple Knights.
Several? Like, you just teleport.
You're a cautious one. I respect that. Perhaps you could assist me in my mission when Sir Amic's contact arrives.
What's the mission? I know. Do that yet. Who's Sir Amic?
He is the leader of the White Knights.
I don't want a cutscene to happen yet.
Mighty Saradomin! It is an honor to bear witness to your glory, my lord. Of all the days to neglect to polish my armor.
Kneel before Saradomin.
Arise, my faithful followers. There is no need to grovel. I know you well, Sir Owen. You are one of the greatest of my faithful. It is why I entrust you with this sacred task.
What am I supposed to say here? I support you, Saradomin.
Dark-hearted knights of Zamorak, the Kinshra, have discovered a dangerous weapon last wielded during the God Wars. They have long sought to rule the kingdom of Asgarnia and obliterate my white knights. These dark-hearted knights of Zamorak have discovered a dangerous weapon last wielded during the God Wars. If the Black Knight seize this weapon, they will unleash terrible destructive power upon the citizens of Valador.
What is it? The Saradomin Godsword?
I have chosen both of you to recover this artifact before Zamorak's minions claim it. Will you aid me?
Yes. Long quest.
We pledge our lives to your service, Saradomin. What must we do?
First, your companion shall require a suitable disguise to infiltrate the Black Knight's fortress. Equip the armor I have provided to the southwest and return to me.
The armor. Back in my day, used to be a bronze head helm and iron chain body. You retrieve the armor of a Black Knight captain from the armor stand. Where it is?
Good. You shall impersonate Captain Dalsin, the current overseer of the Black Knight's fortress. Sir Owen shall accompany you.
Disguised as a fellow Black Knight, my lord. I have a set of black armor from a former encounter with the Kinshra. I need only claim it from storage.
No, Sir Owen, I know well of your experience in stealth and infiltration, but great peril lies ahead. You must remain armed and ready for the battle that awaits. You will soon understand the wisdom of my actions.
His nose is tweaking.
You shall be Captain Dulcin's prisoner. The Kinshra have recently raided White Knight outposts in Asgarnia and taken every opportunity to capture my followers alive.
For what purpose, my lord?
That is for you to discover, my faithful knight.
My strength and intellect are yours to wield, Saradomin. I trust in your wisdom to lead me through the darkness.
Excellent. With your permission, I shall now teleport you both to the Black Knight's fortress.
First, I have some questions for you. Why did you choose us for this mission?
Sir Owen has prior knowledge of the layout of the Black Knight's fortress. He has dealt with their kind before. Moreover, he is willing to make any sacrifice to achieve his mission. I will have need of his devotion. As for you, well, you shall soon see how important you are to me.
Tell me more about this weapon.
I apologize that I cannot be more forthcoming, but I have conflicts to address on other fronts. It is why I need your help.
What does that mean? You're rather small for a god.
I am able to project a minor manifestation of my form here to speak with you. It is also why I must ask you to do this for me.
I've asked enough questions.
With your permission, I shall now teleport you both.
Teleport us to the Black Knight's fortress. Loading in.
Proceed to the tallest tower of the fortress and recover the weapon at any cost.
Alright, Sari.
Captain Dulcin!
Doesn't matter what you say. What your prattling fool, and raise the portcullis.
Yes, Captain. It's just that I thought you were upstairs, sir. I didn't see you leave the fortress. And what were you doing with the Knight of Saradomin, sir?
Progress bar at the top of the screen shows how suspicious the Black Knights are. Act like a high-ranking Black Knight to maintain your disguise, or else too much suspicion will blow your cover. Yeah, I don't want to play around with this too much. Here's my prisoner.
Ah, another Captain Saradominist. Well done, sir. Shall I prepare a rack in the interrogation chamber for your prisoner?
Or a dominist.
Oh.
Oh, I have something special planned for him.
As you wish, Captain. I shan't keep you further.
Well played. Now let's find a way up to the next level.
Okay, so now we go up north to Lieutenant York. Or should I say Lieutenant?
Captain Dulcin, why is this prisoner not under guard?
Are you suggesting I cannot handle a mere knight of Saradomin?
No, sir. No, I merely...
You think me weak, guard?
Absolutely not, sir.
Perhaps you wish to challenge me to a duel. Will a mortal wound satisfy your curiosity?
That won't be necessary, sir. Please continue, Captain Dulcin.
I need to fix this. Head northwest. Climb up the staircase.
Captain Dawson, sir.
Yes?
I'm sorry to bother you, Captain, but prisoners are not permitted on the upper levels.
Wait, whose orders?
Your orders. Sir, your orders, sir.
Precisely.
Please continue up the stairs, Captain Dawson.
Okay. Upstairs, head north to Lieutenant Graves. Wait, what? Oh, on the second floor to the south, talk to Hierophant Marius. Who's this Hierophant? Am I dumb? What am I missing here?
Ah, Captain Dawson. You have arrived at an opportune time. Are you ready to receive the mark of Zamorak?
No.
Again, you refuse the blessing of Zamorak. What are you hiding, Captain Dawson? Remove your helmet and accept the mark. I tire of this dance.
I shall return after this temple night. I deal with this temple night. When I have claimed the weapon for Zamorak, then I shall return and tolerate your ridiculous ritual. Leave me be. High Priest swallows its anger, looking shiftily from side to side.
Very well, Captain Dawson. I will await your return. Strength through chaos. You may proceed up the southeast stairs, Captain Dawson.
I keep accidentally looking at the wrong instructions on the guide.
Excuse me, Captain Dawson. I cannot permit the Cellar Dominist to access the upper levels of the fortress.
I'm bringing him to the tallest tower.
For what purpose?
We need him to recover the weapon of power, as you know.
Another Cellar Dominist captive, sir? Very well. May his blood unlock the weapon we seek. Strength through chaos.
Okay, and then we go upstairs and head north to Lieutenant Graves.
Captain Dawson, I have grave news. The magic circle has ceased to function, and I can find no trace of your witch. I fear our operation has been sabotaged, sir. We have lost contact with the artifact.
And aside, I will handle this.
Yes, Captain. I shall detain the prisoner while you investigate your chamber's attic tower.
Prisoner stays with me.
Captain Dawson, with respect, sir, I must insist. Enemy agents may have infiltrated the fortress in disguise.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Thanks for the distraction. You might want to see if he's carrying anything useful. The captain's quarters are just up ahead.
Bro, you just one-punched that guy. 250 coins, wowee!
We can't leave witnesses. I'll make sure he doesn't suffer.
Kill him. Yeah, kill him.
He won't feel a thing. It's better this way. Now, let's investigate that attic tower. The captain's quarters are just to the north of us.
No one noticed that this guy got punched and killed. Okay. Okay, so we head up north. Search Dulcin's desk. Theradomin. You search the desk and recover a well-worn journal.
Well spotted. The journal's locked with a clasp. The keyhole is tiny. I expect the owner would keep the key upon his person.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can. We head up the stairs on the northeast to the ritual chamber.
A ritual chamber. A dark aura pervades the room. Zamarakian sorcery has been performed here.
Saradomin said there'd be a dangerous weapon here. Where is it?
Look, up there. A magic circle. Inactive, thanks Saradomin. Someone has tampered with it.
Yeah, he's saying Saradomin. You think this is the weapon we seek?
I hope not. Circles such as this one are normally used to summon and bind otherworldly creatures. I find it unlikely that Saradomin would seek an artifact so strongly aligned with Zamorak.
I didn't think you knew about magic.
I'm hardly an expert, but one of the advantages of a privileged upbringing is a broad education.
So you can cast magic spells?
I have an academic understanding of magic. Temple Knights have access to a range of magical devices, so we usually receive training in other disciplines. I certainly know enough about ritual magic to proceed with great caution. There are things that dwell in dark places that are best left undisturbed.
Tell me about yourself.
I was born into the Sound family, a minor noble house in Falador.
So you're Sir Owen Sound?
I am indeed.
Row and Sound?
I became a squire to the White Knights as a child, and through hard work and service to the Order, gained my knighthood when I came of age. As a junior White Knight, I joined their campaigns against the Kinshra. I was part of the Dawn Ascent operation, and it was by my hand that the Black Knight Iban fell. Iban was a powerful warrior who trained under Lord Dacarius himself. Our orders were to capture him alive.
Not the guy from Underground Pass.
Iban refused to yield. The White Knights were superior in numbers, and Ceramic, our leader, was overconfident. Iban slaughtered many good knights that day, and Ceramic continued to press the advance. I could not tolerate such needless bloodshed. While my companions fell to Iban's blade, I withdrew from the battle. Ignoring my commanding officer, I slipped into the shadows and found a vantage point high above the melee. I readied my bow, took aim, and put an arrow through the back of Iban's skull.
Nice. And that's how you were promoted to a Temple Knight?
On the contrary, the White Knights nearly dismissed me from their service. I was accused of cowardice. The White Knights have a strict code of honor. Too strict for my liking. They eschew subterfuge and guerrilla warfare. To deceive an enemy is considered an act of cowardice and dishonor. I will use whatever methods necessary and make any sacrifice to fulfill my mission and protect my allies. Fortunately, Satifi intervened and offered me a position with the Temple Knights.
Nice. Who's Certifi?
Certification is a retired adventurer who heads up recruitment for the Temple Knight organization. You can usually find him in Falador Park.
Why did you join the White Knight Order?
I wanted to learn how to fight, so I could protect Falador's people from those who threaten the peace. When I was young, my mother, Ultra, was captured by a Kinshra raiding party. I tried to stand against them, but I was no match for trained knights. It is how I earned this scar. Stereo, my father, heard of the attack But by the time he returned from court, the Black Knights had long since fled.
What scar is he talking about?
I wanted my father to be angry, to blame me for the loss of his wife, my mother. Instead, there was only grief and sorrow in his eyes, and father has looked at me with disappointment ever since.
Well, why do you follow Saradomin?
Perhaps you're hoping I'll tell you of the time I witnessed a glorious miracle, or that Saradomin came to me in a vision and assured me I had a great destiny to fulfill. It is none of these things. I believe in Saradomin's cause because he wishes the best for his people. Saradomin seeks to protect us from evil, and for Gielinor to be a safe haven where we can live in peace and prosperity. I fight to protect the innocent from those that would do us harm. Our freedom is worth fighting for.
Tell me about the Temple Knights.
The Temple Knights are an elite order of white knights founded by Saradomin himself in the Third Age. We are a covert division of the order, dedicated to defeating threats to peace and sovereignty. Temple Knight operatives are called in for missions involving espionage, surveillance, sabotage, or infiltration. We also get all the best magical gadgets.
Nice. Okay. Good information there. What should we do now?
We expected to find Saradomin's weapon in this room, but it's not here.
Instead, we find a ritual circle.
There seems to be only one path available to us. Complete the ritual.
Is that wise? What if something goes wrong?
Indeed. Were this spell to summon forth a powerful demon, we could unleash a great evil upon Asgarnia. Yet I see no alternative. I wonder if Saradomin knew what we would find here.
Saradomin wouldn't have sent us here to dabble in black magic.
And yet that seems to be the only way to progress. That being said, it is my experience that magic has no inherent morality. It is we who wield it for good or ill. We must trust that this ritual will summon forth the artifact we need. All the materials we require should be somewhere in this room. We expected to find Saradomin. There seems to be complete the... Indeed, yet I see no wonder if... Yes, you're right. The light of Saradomin shall guide us down this dark path. We must trust that this ritual will summon forth the artifact we need. All the materials we require should be...
We search the wardrobe. That. In the pocket of a black gown, you find a letter. The wax seal has been broken. The same asset as the mantle letters. Lensik, I have recommended you to Captain Dulcin as we agreed. He'll provide whatever supplies you deem necessary. I have ensured that he will extend you every courtesy. He expects nothing. Drink through chaos, my witch, Lord Decarius, leader of the Black Knights. And then we search the box of candles. Where the heck that is? You take a set of 3 candles from the box. Now we search the shelf. Come on. Spend 5 inventory spaces. You search the shelf and find a piece of chalk in one of the jars. Right, I guess. Is where'd that? Okay. Chalk. Pick up the grimoire and read it. This too. Arum Nahrea Imperium. Veritas Silenti Sepulchrum. Gasak Perdimit Ebulam. You have learned the Zamarakian ritual. You receive 250 magic XP. Do you suppose the spell in this book is a powerful weapon that could destroy Falador?
I know not what the spell shall conjure, but it is our duty to defeat it. If we do not, our enemies shall complete the ritual and use this power for ill. Be prepared. Let's proceed.
Okay. So we use a candle on each stand. You scrape the melted wax from the candlestick and plant a fresh candle in the sconce. And the symbol in the center of the magic circle has been damaged by clumsy footsteps. Grimoire. Yeah, it's a bunch of Zamarax. Use a chalk to repair the magic circle. Using the chalk, you carefully sketch the magic symbol into the center of the ritual circle. Okay. And light the candles. Chalk to repair the magic circle. Did I not just do that? Light the candle, it glows ominously. Candle. Light the candle. And we use the chalk on the... Using the chalk, you carefully sketch a magic symbol into the center of the ritual circle. What? Okay, I guess I just talked to him.
We need to chant words of power over the northwest candle.
Close to the northwest one.
Now we'll...
The box is so tiny. Okay, Aram Nahrea Imperium.
Aram,
Pseudo-Latin.
Naria, Imperium.
Veritas. Atlanti. Fulcrum.
Feritus, Silentai, Sepulchrum.
Igasak. Limit. Ebulam.
Igarsak, Perdemi, Ebulam. Well, it's not a demon.
It's the same asset from the Wizard's Tower.
This portal could lead anywhere.
Anywhere in Gilnor?
We have no way to even know that for certain. It could take us to another plane, another dimension. We may not be able to return. I recommend you store your disguise in this chest and bear arms for battle. You might as well put the items you found in the chest too. You'll need all the supplies you can carry.
I want to use the big chest. I want to replenish my... It's kind of pathetic that that's the only food that I have. Anything? No, not really. Alright, let's just eat the crayfish. Oh, cabbage heals more, okay. This below it. Yes, use enter the portal. Enemies ahead have appropriate life points to your combat level. Some have special attacks which scale to your maximum life points. Ensure you have equipped appropriate weapons and armor for your level.
We've no idea what horrors await us. Yet we must step forward into the unknown and find the weapon before the Kinshra. May the light of Saradomin protect us.
Amen, brother. Every Dominus tomb of something. What is that? Get Shrek 2 scrubs.
Thank you, brave heroes. I've been trapped in this cage for days. Let me out, please. I'm so hungry. One of the Black Knights should have the key to the cage.
Okay. Seriously, man? I mean, it's not a waste.
Well done. Search the bodies.
Where are we?
The architecture of this tomb resembles other dungeons I've seen in the frozen north, dating back to the God Wars. If I'm right, we've traveled a great distance, deep into the icy mountains north of Trollheim, west of the wilderness. That would explain why it's so cold down here.
What are the God Wars?
The God Wars were a series of conflicts that marked the Third Age of Gilnor. For 4,000 years, the gods battled for control of our world and sent forth their followers to die in their names. The battles laid waste to northern Gilnor, leaving only a blighted wilderness where great empires once stood.
I want to talk about something else. On our mission. Who are the Kinshra?
The Kinshra are a Zamarakian military order of Black Knights. They have a long-standing enmity with the White Knights of Falador. The Kinshra were banished from Asgarnia a few years ago, but they maintain several well-defended bases on the outskirts of the kingdom.
Tell me about the Black Knight's fortress.
It is a well-defended Kinshra stronghold on the outskirts of Asgarnia. The Black Knights built the fortress upon Ice Mountain around the same time as the White Knights constructed Falador Castle. Since then, the Kinshra have established other outposts across Gilnor.
What do you know of Captain Dulcin?
He is a descendant of Lord Shadwell. His last surviving relative, so I've heard. That likely explains why Captain Dulcin has a relatively low military rank, yet maintains control of the Black Knight's fortress. Lord Shadwell's reign ended in year 163 of the Fifth Age. He was succeeded by Lord Milton, and then shortly after by Lord Sula in year 164. Lord Decarius is the current leader of the Black Knights. I've heard that Lord Decarius does not think fondly of Dulcin, but tolerates him due to his family ties.
Are you just acting on blind faith?
What do you mean?
The obstacles in our path don't discourage you.
Why should they? I can't succumb to doubt or despair. I must remain calm and do what is necessary to reach our goal. With a level head, a bold heart, and a sharp blade, there is nothing that we cannot overcome.
Amen, brother. I mean, what else?
What do you mean?
You just seem to take everything in your stride.
We have a job to do. I cannot afford to surrender to my emotions. I focus on completing our mission as expediently as possible. Saradomin is counting on us.
And I don't want to say the other line because it's out of character. Okay. Never mind. Wow, 3 coinses. Up to a damsel. No. You unlock the door and free the frightened girl from the cage.
Thank you for rescuing me. I'm so grateful. What is your name, sir?
Tarkavor.
You fought with great skill.
I helped as well, you know. I could probably have taken them all on my own.
Yeah. The young lady ignores Sir Owen, focusing all her attention upon you.
I'm Dawn. I'm a sister of St. Elspeth.
Where are we?
A buried tomb in the frozen north. That's all I know.
There's snow at the surface entrance, so we can't be too deep underground.
St. Elspeth.
St. Elspeth was a singer and musician who became a legend. She inspired Saradomin's troops with stirring songs during the God Wars. My home is the Abbey of St. Elspeth Cythered, near Al-Kharid, which was founded in her memory. The Abbey was founded in St. Elspeth's memory, I mean, not Al-Kharid. We devote our time to music, prayer, and contemplation within the Abbey's walls.
Did the Kinshra capture you?
I was on a pilgrimage from the Abbey to Edgeville Monastery when our caravan was ambushed by Black Knights. They slaughtered the caravan guards and dragged us back to their fortress. Sister Lara died of infection in their horrible prison. Last week they brought Sister Esther, Father Magruder and I up to the captain's quarters and took us through a portal in the attic. They didn't tell us where we are. They just took our things and locked us up in these tiny cages. They've been starving us.
The other cages are empty. What happened to your companions?
I don't know. They've been dragging us through that door to the east, one by one. They said they'd be back for me if Father Magruder didn't survive. If you hadn't arrived when you did...
Continue.
I overheard them talking about some kind of weapon they found in the tomb, sealed behind holy wards.
Do the Black Knights know how to breach these wards?
There was a Black Knight in a golden mask and rich red robes. He said that they require blood, pure blood, the blood of the virtuous.
Anything else?
He said that the blood must be freely given. I guess that's why they're starving us, to force us to help.
Thank you for indulging our questions, milady. We are left, though, with the problem of what to do with the poor woman.
I'm right here, you know.
Doesn't matter what I'm supposed to do. Take her with us.
I don't want to go in there.
It's too risky. Who knows what dangers await us in the crypt? And the Kinshra may be waiting in ambush. I think it would be safest if she was to wait here. If the Lady Dawn would find that agreeable.
Yes, thank you. Besides, someone needs to watch the portal in case any more Black Knights appear.
Good point. Call out if any arrive. We'll investigate the tomb. Let's go.
Okay. We're supposed to search the supply crate to the south. Search the crate to recover 200 water runes and 100 fire runes. And then there. And resume message. Pick up the note and assign Captain Dawson. Inspect heaps of bones or the coffin.
So many bodies. Hundreds of Saradomin's followers have been inhumed in this crypt. They died fighting in the God Wars that we might know peace. The Kinshra have looted the coffins of these ancient warriors of Saradomin. Have they no respect for the dead?
We open the portcullis to the north. Go to the south. It was a long quest. It's been 51 minutes since I started recording. Okay. There's the Black Knight's bodies.
Come closer, interlopers, and face judgment.
I'd like to search their bodies. Where the hitbox is so weird. Yes, give me free money.
It is my sacred duty to protect Elora's wand. Leave this place, or be judged.
Why don't I need an amulet of ghosts? Oh, actually, who are
In
you?
life, I was known as Fern. My mate Bree and I came here long ago from the Enchanted Valley. We fought for Saradomin in his great war. Thanks to me, the centaurs are nearly extinct. Now, I am the guardian of the Wand of Resurrection.
You mentioned Elora's wand. Who is Elora?
Elora the Life-Giver was my elder sister. She was loving, honest, and courageous. Elora embodied virtue. Since the day of her birth, she thought only of others. During her long life, Elora grew a horn in the center of her forehead, not unlike that of a unicorn. Among my people, the most virtuous are granted a horn with healing powers. This is a rare gift. My sister was very special.
How did you come to be here?
Saradomin came to the Enchanted Valley and recruited the centaurs to fight for him. We were enamored. Most of the centaurs left our home and followed Saradomin. Bree and I were his generals. We led the centaurs into battle. The war against the gods raged on for weeks, then months, then year after year. The centaur herds were decimated. We should have returned to the Enchanted Valley. Bree cautioned me to abandon Saradomin's cause before any more centaurs died in his name. I was determined to keep fighting, and because he loved me, Bree acquiesced. I was stubborn. I was foolish.
Then what happened?
I convinced Elora to come with me to Gielinor and aid us in the God Wars. I urged her to use her power to resurrect our people. I assured her that if she did not, the centaurs would be extinct. I was determined that if only we continued to fight, we would soon turn the tide of the war. I brought the dead and the dying to Elora. With great sadness in her eyes, she brought them back to life. I sent my people back to the battlefield to die again in vain.
And Elora continued to aid you?
Each time I returned to Elora, she appeared more fatigued. Her breathing was labored, her movements stiff. I tried not to notice. I asked for her aid, and not once did she refuse me. Elora died exhausted, withered, and worn. She poured out the last of her life to save others. I wanted to mourn her. I was overwhelmed with guilt, but I thought only of the war.
What became of the centaurs who fought for Saradomin?
My people looked to me, begging me to revive their loved ones. In desperation, I cut the horn from my dead sister's forehead. I used it to raise my people. I was not virtuous like my sister. I did not deserve to wield that great power. The centaurs I raised were soulless, undead, corrupt, and wicked. They thirsted for destruction. The corrupted set upon the living herds. The undead centaurs turned against their families and cut them down. I could not control them. The centaur armies were destroyed by my folly. The corrupted saved me for last. I died at the hands of my creations, and I welcomed death. So deep was my sorrow and regret, my immortal spirit was tethered to my sister's horn. I cannot leave this world until the wand of resurrection finds a worthy successor. It has been a long and lonely vigil.
That's a pretty fricked up story. Tell me about this wand.
The wand of resurrection is the horn of my sister, Elora the Life-Giver.
What power does the wand possess?
It grants life to the dead, and can protect its wielder from harm. Only the virtuous can safely wield its true power. Anything less corrupts and changes the magic of the wand.
Kinda just said that. Why don't I need an amulet of ghost speak?
I am no mere ghost. My spirit is bound to the wand. I am its guardian. It is my duty to judge those who seek to claim it. To this end, I must confront those who enter and destroy the unworthy.
Okay. Ready to be judged.
I must ensure you have the strength, intellect, and purity of heart to bear my burden.
Why do you feel you are worthy to wield the wand's power? I fight to protect the innocent.
We only wish to prevent the Kinshra from abusing the Wand's power for conquest.
This is a noble and virtuous goal, the sign of a true hero. However, before you can reach the wand, I must test you in battle. You must kill me.
I do not wish to kill you.
You will merely destroy a manifestation of my immortal spirit. I will feel no pain. When a new champion arrives, I will materialize again to test their might. Such is my burden. Few have defeated me before. All of them failed the trial of virtue. I fear that none are virtuous enough to return my centaurs to life.
Ready? Easy.
Flee before me!
Ouch. I don't even do that much damage.
Face judgment. Join me in death.
Brother.
It grieves me to have battled one who gave her life for Saradomin's cause. But we must complete our mission. The way is open. Let's find this wand before it falls into Zamorak's hands.
Okay. Give me that.
We'll have to disable the protective wards before we can claim the wand. That certainly looks like the wand Fern mentioned. Now, how do we get to it?
This supposed to be a horn.
We should carefully explore this area.
Her dead eyes are wide and
Her
terrified.
palms have been cut, yet there's no sign of any blood. It's like her wounds were cauterized.
Okay. Like she died in a lot of pain. Oh my goodness. I'm told that it needs to face south. Let's see.
The graceful unicorn.
I'm not exactly sure. Oh, wait, no. His body's curled up in the base of the pedestal.
His outstretched hand has been reduced to a twisted, bloodless stump.
Let's get this from. Is this just supposed to be trial and error? What the?
The nimble rabbit. The owl of wisdom.
I see how it is. Matching game.
We'll have to disable the protective wards before we can claim the wand. We'll have to disable the protective wards. A matching pair.
Rabbit. Or
A star of Saradomin.
and a star. A lion here.
A courageous lion.
Helmet.
A white knight.
Wing.
The wing of an Icene.
Of an Icene. I'm hard to get. Oh.
We'll have to disable the protective
What?
wards before... A centaur.
The last tile snaps into place and the outer ward deactivates.
I'm glad that's over. Well done. Only one seal remains. The sister of St. Elspeth said that this ward requires the blood of one who is virtuous.
I'm gonna go get Dawn and cut her.
You would bleed an innocent maiden? Have you no honor? I shall make the sacrifice.
Okay, I guess I'm supposed to offer myself.
Your valiance is matched only by your piety. Are you sure you wish to breach the ward with your own blood? If you are not pure of heart, the ward will utterly destroy you.
I mean, if this takes place half of the world wakes, that means I'm the world guardian at this point. Yes.
May the light of Saradomin shine upon you, my friend.
I'm wearing a glove. Where did he come from?
Dawn!
Thank you, my knight in shining armor.
Maybe she was sus.
Hurry, my friend. We must not let her
Oops. Yeah. Do that.
We must pursue her and recover the Wand of Resurrection at any cost.
Thank you for retrieving the wand. With it, I shall raise an unstoppable army of the dead.
I knew you were lying from the start. You're a damsel in distress acting to fool us. You're a damsel in distress acting to fool me. That wand belongs to... Actually, let's say number one. The wand can only be used by the virtuous.
To restore the souls of the dead to their bodies, yes. I have little need for self-aware living minions. The living require food, rest, shelter. They're far too high maintenance.
It's funny because they came out with necromancy like 10 years later.
An army of obedient undead warriors will be more than adequate for my needs.
Don't you know what will happen if you use the wand?
When Fern took Alora's horn and used it, the risen dead were corrupted. The undead centaurs turned on Fern and killed her.
I have done my research, you know. The Guardian of the Wand fell short of her sister's virtue, but despite her flaws, there was still a spark of goodness in Fern. It is why she still clings to this world, a tortured spirit racked with guilt. The undead she raised hungered to destroy that purity and tore her to pieces. I have no such impediment. My heart is as black and foul as my creations. The corrupted shall know me as one of their own and obey my will. I shall use Elora's wand to destroy you. The brave knight and his faithful squire.
Hey.
The great hero and his faithful sidekick, then. Regardless, your noble quest is at its end. You have rescued the fair damsel, slain the terrible beast, and proven your valor to your god. Now, you die.
Now you die. Spooky. I can't believe Sir Owen is dead. Soul Sir Doman, bringer of light, protector of peace. May your loyal servant find rest at your side and delight in your wisdom. That was a eulogy for Sir Owen. Sir Owen, follower of Sir Doman, you fought bravely. It is with great sadness that I mourn your passing. In battle you were courageous, fought bravely by my side. You're always humble, you will never be forgotten. Don't want to do that. Wait. Oh, no. Seriously?
Did it hurt to murder your comrade?
Not actually sure how you're supposed to do this boss fight. What am I running away from where you're standing? Or she'll create one purple cloud during the rotation. Purple clouds will attack you with non-reflectable magic attacks. After you complete each skeleton wave, she will create an additional purple cloud in succession to the previous one. Dawn has no weaknesses, but since she attacks with magic, ranged armor and weapons are beneficial. If you stand upon the platform while all possible purple clouds are not in effect, she will push you off the platform and then start summoning a purple cloud. If all purple clouds are currently in effect, it will not push you off. Thus, melee is only usable after baiting out all of her purple clouds. When the fight starts, hide behind a coffin and get ready to use combust or fragmentation shot, which I don't have. Use magic. Time she loses 25 of her total life points, she will shut herself in a burial which blocks all attacks against her. You'll then summon skeleton warriors, skeleton archers, and skeleton mages to attack you. While they are alive, you cannot arm Dawn. You'll summon 4 skeletons when she's at 75 health, 5 when she's at half, 6 at 25. Okay. Yes.
Or did you destroy him without hesitation? Is he nothing more than an evil, dead thing to you now? Let's see how well you fare without your brave knight to aid you. You cannot hide forever. Get away from me! Arise, my warriors!
My HP is gone. Oh my gosh. Dude, I am not thinking about those purple clouds. Yes. Well, I was doing a decent amount of damage. Let's do water blast. No.
Arise, my warriors! You cannot hide forever. I shall destroy you myself. Get away from me!
Shut up. Lady.
Be gone! You shall live again! Pierce their noble heart! If you want something done right, get back! Rise from your grave! You cannot defeat my magic!
Ease.
Go away!
Get away.
Witness
Okay.
my full power! Are you afraid of me? Die! Suffer!
Get right. Forgive me, Lord Zamorak, I have failed you. You pry the wand of resurrection from Dawn's lifeless hand. You also find a small unmarked silver key on Dawn's body. Finally, you find a bleached human skull on Dawn's body.
Well done. You have the wand. If we hurry, we can restore Sir Owen to life.
Okay.
Sir Owen's spirit is fading. We have little time. Please give me the wand, and I will restore him to life.
Won't he just come back as a zombie again?
The wand draws its power from its wielder. The witch's wicked heart and allegiance to Zamorak meant she could only animate corpses. In the hands of one devoted to good, the wand can be used to return lost heroes to life.
What if I were a Zamorak follower?
Innocents, those who did not deserve to die. Have faith in me, and Sir Owen shall live again.
That would be my decision. I will use the wand to resurrect Sir Owen. I know, I'll give you the wand.
Well done. You will not regret this.
Into his arm.
Alas, it is as I feared. I was able to return Sir Owen to his body, but he is corrupted.
Then what does that mean?
Sir Owen's body is contaminated with the rot of the grave. His mind and his heart will soon follow.
Are we too late?
No, it seems that I have been deemed unworthy. I returned Sir Owen to life, but I could not eradicate all of the corruption in him. It seems that I am not unsullied by my decisions. I cannot wield the wand's full power. I have made difficult choices. I have sacrificed others for my cause. I believe it is for the greater good, but my actions have tarnished my soul.
How can a god be unvirtuous?
I was mortal once, a long time ago. I have done questionable things.
Maybe before, Saradomin was basically just like the Christian god. Then they like kind of made him a gray character in the later part.
Yet I have always hoped that the ends justify my means. I had hoped to use the wand to restore the Centaur race. I try to do what is necessary to protect my people, that they might live a life of virtue without fear, and have no cause to dirty their hands, as I have. I'm sorry. There is nothing more I can do. How do you feel, Sir Owen?
My sword arm is numb. I feel an icy chill coursing up my shoulder. The evil that I sought to purge from this world is within me. The urge to destroy boils within me. The corruption claws at my mind. No, I must resist its temptation. I will not allow this evil to consume me. I will stand firm, proud, and with honor. I will follow the code you taught me, Saradomin.
Saroan.
My body may be tainted, but my intentions are pure and virtuous.
For now.
Let me prove that I can overcome the darkness in me, sire. Remember, he breached the ward with his blood. The wand judged him worthy to wield it, not I. Let us travel to the Centaur burial ground and use the wand to resurrect the Centaurs.
We don't even know where the centaurs are buried.
Then I shall guide you.
The more the merrier.
It will be a long and dangerous journey. You may not survive.
I can see she's going to be a barrel of laughs.
I will be watching you, Knight. If you succumb to the corruption, I shall destroy you.
Very well, but we must be cautious. Prepare for the journey ahead. Gather supplies. Leave only when you are ready.
My people have been dead for centuries. I suppose they can wait.
I shall see what I can requisition from the Temple Knight Armory.
That will be problematic. You'll have to go into hiding for a time, Saroan. The Temple Knights will attempt to destroy you in your current state.
I'm sure I can acquire what I need without being spotted.
I am putting great trust in you by relinquishing the wand, Saroan. Do not make me regret my decision.
I will not disappoint you, Saradomin. I shall contact you soon, my friend. It's been an honor to fight at your side.
Now, I wish to reward you for your efforts. You have fought with piety, and saved Saroan from a fate worse than death. With your permission, I can return you to Edgeville Monastery.
It's saying that there's some post-quest rewards which require some strength levels that I don't have, so let's teleport me to Edgeville Monastery. When you're ready to return to the crypt and claim your extra rewards, you can use the Skull of Remembrance to teleport to the ritual portal in the Black Knight's fortress. Wowee. Yeah, I got all that stuff. I need to replant the Edgeville cabbage patch. Okay. Alright, that about wraps it up. Yeah, I don't have access to those. Anyway, that about wraps it up. Not sure if there's any other. Let's do this one. I'm not sure if there's any other dialogue to be had here, but let's talk to these monks. My beautiful cabbages. Very nice rose bushes you have here. Yes, it has taken me many long hours in this garden to bring them to a state that's near perfection. He peers forlornly at the devastated cabbage patch. Hello? I'm afraid Brother Bordis has taken a vow of silence. So you've taken a vow of silence then. How's that working out for you? Well, I suppose I'll leave you to it then. Alright, guess I'll do that later on my own time, but that's Death of Chivalry. Death of Chivalry. Hour and a half long quest. See you guys in the next episode. Actually forgot to do something, so I can use Dawn's key on the journal and read it. You slide the key you found on Dawn's body into the journal's keyhole. It fits perfectly and the clasp snaps open. Oh boy, this is a lot of reading. Oh, whatever. Okay, let's just read it. And today we ambushed a troop of patrolling white knights. The spoils were mediocre, but they provided fine sport. Note to self, keep an eye on Marius. His sermons have been downright factious of late. He has a silver tongue and a mind like a serpent. Kinshra warriors. The quality of available recruits is in sorry decline. A female mage sought audience with me this morning and wished to enlist. I turned her away in disgust. Lord Shadwell could not have sullied his Kinshra forces with weak wizards and bearers of children. The young Lord Decarius may have little concern for the founding father of the Kinshra, but I shall not stray from the old ways of my ancestor. If you have not mastery of the blade and strength to wield it, you shall have no place in my domain. This is a glorious day. Oh, precious Mithril. This is a glorious day. Though many of my warriors fell in battle, I dealt the killing blow and brought home the beast's head. When the taxidermist has done his job, I shall add a mithril dragon to my collection. Our secret weapon. I have received correspondence from Lord Decarius. His scribes have finally decoded the coordinates in the holy book we stole from the White Knights during the siege of Falador. We've long known that Saradomin buried a powerful necromantic weapon in the frozen north, but now we can get our hands on it. With this artifact, the Kinshra can claim Falador and obliterate the White Knights. Practical magic. Against my better judgment, I have hired the services of a witch to recover the weapon. She comes highly recommended by Lord Decarius. He's as repugnant as I expected, and has taken up residence in the disused attic tower. Using the coordinates from the Holy Book, the witch has managed to scry the location of the tomb. We shall establish a foothold at the periphery and send in troops to investigate. Tomb of Saradomin. The witch has completed her ghastly ritual and established a teleportation link to the tomb. We have set up a camp, and my men have begun to explore the crypt. Among the bodies we have found various oddities, but no sign of the artifact. If Decarius has sent us out on a wild goose chase, I'll mount his head on my wall. Equinox. The slaves have excavated a secondary corridor of the crypt. The digging has awoken a four-legged creature who tore them apart in sanctimonious fury. Though many Kinshra fell in battle, we were eventually able to vanquish undead beasts, at least for a time. Deeper in the chamber, we discovered the artifact and horn of some animal suspended in a beam of magical energy. It was guarded by a tiresomely trivial mechanism, which the witch dispatched with ease. Small setback. The outer ward fell, but a crimson field still surrounded the weapon. I had the good sense to send one of my men to reach through the magical barrier. His screams echoed through the cavern as the blood boiled in his veins. When he fell, his arm was reduced to a pale stump. After casting the recruit's body into the chasm, we withdrew to the campsite to rest from our labors and plan our next action. Though they were actually Zamorakian priests. When we returned the following morning, the dead centaur was waiting for us. It seems that we can only dispatch her for a short time before she manifests once again. The spirit prattled on about judgment and purity as she crushed my men before his spectral hooves. How can we kill the dead? Succession. Lord Decarius, I'm delighted to report that I have taken Captain Dulcin's place as we agreed. Lord Shadwell's lineage has ended here, and with it, the stubborn antiquities of Dulcin's leadership. The Black Knights need a real leader, not a boorish ape like him. And I am delighted to act on your behalf. Zamorak teaches us that the strongest leaders are born in chaos. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to prove my worth. When I have claimed Elora's wand, I'll send this journal along to you, so you can fully appreciate Dulcin's former misdeeds. bleached bones. I must admit, I enjoyed watching Dawson die. As the poison withered his beloved muscles and strained his oh-so-handsome jaw, I watched the life ebb from his terrified eyes. I think this is supposed to be from Dawn's point of view. It amused me to see him so diminished, weakened by a quote-unquote mere woman. With the concoction provided by Mother and that filthy crone, it was a simple matter to melt the flesh from his bones. Dawson's armored robes fit me surprisingly well, and the ceremonial mask makes a perfect disguise. So far, the fortress knights have noticed nothing amiss. Rest for the wicked. It's a relief to sleep in a proper bed after squatting in Dawson's attic. I rest upon the bones of my predecessor, to draw upon his power and identity. Perhaps I'll find a use for that skull of his too. It would be fitting since the brute made so little use of his head in life. Pursuit of purity. Dawson failed to understand. It is the blood that matters. To defeat the Guardian's spirit merely requires might and fervor, but the blood of the virtuous is the key. I have sent out raiding parties to hunt down and capture Saradomin's followers. Surely among them one is with the purity of heart to breach the board of blood, willing sacrifice. The search for a virtuous soul among Saradomin's breed has proved more difficult than I anticipated. The prison is all but empty. All have died screaming as they made the sacrifice. Oh, so... okay. It seems that we cannot force their hand. The blood of the virtuous cannot be stolen from the unwilling. We need a true hero. Dawn of the dead. My lord, your spy within the Temple Knights has sent me wondrous news. Saradomin himself is seeking the wand and has sent 2 of his most resourceful warriors to claim it on his behalf. Saradomin seeks to infiltrate the fortress and use my own portal to travel to the tomb in secret. A bold move. It is time to prepare the trap. I shall lay in wait, disguised in the robes of one of the sacrificed sisters of St. Elspeth. I have left a note, ostensibly from Captain Dawson, with a few of his men, so that they will come and watch over the quote-unquote prisoner. The time of my ascension is at hand. When next we meet, the wand of resurrection shall be ours. The Kinshra shall reclaim the kingdom of Asgarnia from our Lord Zamorak, strength through chaos. Linsik. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, there's some context. Now I can delete this thing. Alright, now I can truly say catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.